Welcome, everybody. This is the Ben Stewart Podcast, episode number 1. I have with me today my first ever guest, my buddy, Dr. Jake Hovis, who is a very funny comedian out of Louisville, Kentucky. Welcome, Jake.
And a PhD. I'm glad that you recognize that. Not many people do.
Respect.
They should.
Respect. Yeah, man, thanks for doing this. This is fun. I asked you, I was like, I was thinking about some stuff to do as far as like talk about starting comedy. And I was like, let me see if Jake has some tips, and we'll just film it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
That's what we're doing.
I guess, yeah.
They already know that. I mean, we're doing it.
Yeah, we are doing it. They already know from the whatever very funny and clever title that I come up with.
Yeah, I hope it's clickbait.
It might be.
Yeah,
it might be
fun.
I might start off hot immediately with the clickbait titles. Also, speaking of clickbait and content, I brought some Pokemon card packs to open with Jake.
Yeah.
And tell him what you just told me.
I have never opened a pack of Pokemon cards. Yeah, my business card is a Pokemon card. So I've given out hundreds. I've literally had to reorder a couple of times. I have ordered over 700 Pokemon cards. That's me as the Pokemon. And never opened a actual real pack of Pokemon cards.
Which is insane.
Yeah. One time I bought something off WhatsApp.
Whatnot.
I bought it off Whatnot. And it came with, and the guy, I bought this weird little, video game, and the guy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you some Pokemon cards too," and he put them in there.
Oh,
and
nice.
I'm like,
but they're already opened.
They were already open, and that was the first time I got Pokemon cards. I was 38 years old. Like, oh, okay, that's my first Pokemon card.
Brother, I got a treat for you, man. See, I've gone through cycles. Like, I mean, I'm 39. You're also 39.
I'm also
so
39.
Same age. You played Pokemon when they first came out.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Same.
Super, like red and blue, both of them at the same, basically at the same time. Had two Game Boys, or my brother had a Game Boy and he wasn't using it. I could use it, and trading back and forth. And then when Yellow came out, blew my mind.
Yeah, Pikachu follows you around this whole time.
That's amazing. And then I caught them all 151, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with Pokemon. Never need to touch it again.
Nice. I wish I was that way, because I've had to constantly, and it is a source of financial strain.
Yeah.
On my life, but
you can't see it.
But
he's not wearing pants. He can't afford pants.
Yeah, a bookie. The card sharks, they came to get me. The cool thing about it is, like, over my life, I got really into it. The games came out when I was 12.
Yeah.
Played the heck out of the first ones. And then I fell off.
Yeah.
Gold and silver era. And then over my life, since they've come out, it's been a cycle. Like, I'll get back into it every few years. I'll be into it for a little while, play the game.
Yeah.
And then just turn it off, and I'm like, I'm good. It's like I get the nostalgic hit from it, and then I move on. But I had not really collected the cards until a couple years ago, because I was looking for something to do with my oldest son that we could, like, have a hobby together before he gets too old to, like, not want to talk to me anymore.
Yeah.
And so we got into it, and he has since grown out of it, and I am not. I am stuck.
Yep.
I am stuck. It's a lot of fun.
Do you play the game? I know it is. You never play the game. You just collecting the cards.
I just collected the cards. I imagine when I was a kid, I learned how to play the card game.
Yeah.
But no, as an adult, I have no idea.
So would you say that the most important thing to do when you're starting in stand-up is to really do a lot of Pokemon?
No.
No.
That ties. I would say one of the tips that if I was thinking about it, like how to start, is remain independent as much as possible, and that includes financially independent. Because if you want to keep doing comedy, if you want to start doing comedy and actually do comedy, you need to be able to not worry about making money in comedy.
Yes.
Which is going to come from,
I had this thing happen to me years ago. A seminary friend, a guy who went to seminary with me years ago. This is, I mean, we'd known each other a little bit, like 10 years before this, but we were both living in Colorado. He says, hey, you've gotten into stand-up. Let me take you to lunch. He takes me to lunch. He's like, hey, man, I'm looking to make some extra money. Do you think stand-up's the route to go? I'm like, no.
If you're looking to lose some extra money, if you've got some money to spend with no return on that money, like financially, stand-up's a good way to go. Yeah. So that's kind of the theme. If we're gonna have one this episode is Jake. If a person was thinking about trying stand-up, asked you for some tips, what are some things you would probably?
There's always the idea of what are we talking about, right? Like what do you mean by starting stand-up and stuff like that? Because like if you mean, hey, I want to start a fun hobby, well then yeah, do it. Who cares? It's a lot of fun. Give it a shot. I want more people to do it, by the way.
Same.
Because I want them to see how hard it is. Well. Like give it a shot. I've been putting some stuff on YouTube or on Facebook, whatever, and like the reels, and I'll get these comments like, oh, you should have said this. Okay, well, that would have been funny. And what I did get a laugh because you can hear it in the video. So I was like, yeah, who cares? But I want you, go try it. Go try it. Yeah. You film yourself in a club doing that joke, see if it works. Yeah. And then, we'll talk. But the thing is, you can't do that. All you can do is, do a little, comment section. So anyway, the point would be if you're trying to just for a fun hobby, that's what I thought of comedy for a long time is it was a fun hobby. I started in improv. I did about 2 years of just improv for a while there and was really into it. Took a lot of classes, went to a lot of shows, performed in a lot of shows. And it was just, that was my hobby. Like some people got into other things. Some people like to exercise or like eat healthy. That's ridiculous. Yeah. And I just got into comedy. So if you wanted to do that, and like your thing is stand up comedy, that's not bad, right? I mean, open mics are not very expensive.
It's fun.
You get an excuse to travel if you got decent enough, get into a couple of festivals here or there. It can be a fun hobby. But if the other question now is that what you're asking, or are you asking, hey, I want to be a working comedian?
I guess this person who is asking doesn't know. They've never done an open mic, and they're wanting to do their first stand-up comedy open mic. Yeah, and a couple of things like that. So I asked myself this question. I was like thinking about like putting some kind of content together. About how to start, just like practical steps. Yeah. And it's like, I think my first step would be to ask yourself why. Yeah. Like, and honestly, like,
I just said that. So thanks for taking my thought. But keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
No, keep going.
But like, why? Yeah. And this might be a hot take because I think stand-up's for everybody. Yeah. Get out there and do it. I love watching stand-up. There's room for everybody, but also at the same time, just look at the average person. Do you think that they should do stand-up? It's like, ask yourself, well,
you have to have some guts to do it. I mean, it takes something to get up on stage like that. I mean, at the very least, even if you're absolute terrible, which we've all seen terrible, you at least had the guts to get up there, and that's not nothing. Yeah, I'm into that.
And you're gonna start off bad.
You're gonna start off bad.
So that's why you really need to have a good why am I gonna do this if you want to keep it going. Yeah, it's like because you're gonna be bad. It's gonna be tough. It is tough. I mean, I'm not at like a headliner level, but I imagine still like it's tough. It's tough to like be successful.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some things I would say is if you're going to try it, then actually try it. Doing it one time is not trying it.
Yeah, give yourself a handful of times.
10, 20 times, and then think about it. And then actually assess. Then you've actually tried it. Because if you only did it one time, you didn't even do it. My first time, I got 7 minutes.
Which is a lot.
Which is too much.
Which is a lot.
Very first time.
Yeah.
But it's this crappy little venue in Lakewood, Colorado, and it's shut down like 3 months later. But they were giving out 7-minute spots, and
that's probably why.
Yeah.
That's probably why they shut down.
It was just the comics and the bartender. That's all that was in the room. And don't even remember that 7 minutes. Like it was such a walking off stage. I'm like, did I actually do it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'd have to check. I had an audio recording of it, but I'm like, I don't remember. It was like a train wreck almost. And I sometimes describe it like this with the baseball analogy, where if you're standing at the plate, the first time you see a 70, if you're in high school, 70-mile-an-hour fastball come by, you're like, that is way too fast. There's not a chance I can hit that. And it's just an absolute blur. But then you've seen a few of them. You see a couple dozen of them, a couple hundred of them, and you're like, okay, then everything starts slowing down in one sense. Now, it's still the same speed and everything, but it comes at you slower, and that means, what my point is, the more that you do.
Yeah.
So if you're like, hey, I'm going to try stand-up, okay, do it 5 times, do it maybe 10 times, and then think about, do you want to continue? If you do it once, you'd be like, I don't know if I want to do it after. Well, you didn't actually do it.
Yeah, yeah. You might have been like lost a bet, or
yeah.
That almost after my first time. So my first time was at 21st in Germantown. It was Uncle Randy's
Nice.
Mike.
Yeah.
This was a few years ago. He doesn't give you a time limit.
Yeah.
So my first time on stage, I did like 12 and a half minutes.
Way too long.
It's so long. Not good. But also, even though it was 12 and a half minutes, which is a long time, it went by so fast.
Yeah, exactly.
And I filmed it.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll post that one of these days. Oof. But it's a tough watch. It's 12 and a half minutes. It's way too long.
Yeah.
It's way too long. How did your first time go? How did that? Do you remember any laughs? Do you remember getting?
I think I got a few laughs. I remember telling my buddies afterwards, these are the jokes that I think kind of worked, and they were some stupid jokes. But the joke that worked, kind of worked, was, what if you added ing to the end of a movie title? Wouldn't that make it a really funny movie? Like, instead of Jurassic Park, it was Jurassic Parking. Oh, it's so hard with these tiny little arms. That was the joke that worked.
That's not bad.
I think it's kind of stupid.
It's stupid, but it's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
I did it for like my first month, and then I'm like, let's write some other stuff. What I didn't like about that is anybody could do that, right?
Yeah,
That's not unique to me. It's not, anybody could just, I'll do it. I'll do a different one. I'll one up you. I'm going to put on a different movie. It's going to be even funnier.
Yeah. The Happening-ing.
Yeah.
The Others-ing. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
You get some laughs. The first joke that I wrote, so like on a practical level, whatever city you're in or town you're in, whatever, Google comedy open mics.
Yep.
And you're just going to start going through. It's going to take a little effort. You find some places to go. You reach out to them, and they'll give you a spot. Yep. There's no barrier to open mics. And so I get a spot.
Yep.
Or I think there was no spots on that. It's just like show up, go up.
It was
on that.
On mine?
On Randy's.
On Randy's, yeah.
And so I'm like, I called, and he's like, yeah, just show up. I'm like, all right, fine. So I'm like preparing a set of what I think is going to be just hot stuff. It is Netflix ready. It's going to be great.
Yep.
The first joke was that I didn't realize how expensive it was going to be for my wife to get her nipples pierced, but it costs a lot of money to fix a cracked tooth.
All right, there we go.
See, there was like, and and that was what, 10 seconds of my 12 and a half minute set.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I just had stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, there was nobody there. So it's hard to tell.
It's so hard to tell.
It's hard to tell if I was like getting laughs or not.
Yeah. Well, here's the question. Okay. I have a thoughts on this, but I'll ask you. A lot of open mics are terrible in the sense of not a lot of audience or just audience of comedians.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, you just got to do it, dude.
I think you do.
It's part of
It's part of it, but there's benefit in saying the things out loud.
Yeah.
There's benefits of the action showing your identity. So it's like, I'm a comedian. What do comedians do? They tell jokes on stage.
Yeah, that's
and
the
how
work.
do I know that I'm a comedian? Because I just told jokes on stage, even though, there was nobody in the audience.
Nobody there, but that's part of like what binds stand-up comics together is that if that's the way you start, which most of us do, then we all have those shared suffering stories, and you did it anyway. You practice saying your joke, and if you're recording it, you're like, all right, well, I said it weird, and you like watch it back, you're like, oh, I could come up with a different angle on it. It's all important.
Well, I have a rule with open mics that I've been implementing for a couple of years now. Now, there's some time every once in a while, there's some exceptions, but it's been for a couple of years where if I'm not getting paid for a show, I am working on something.
That's when you fool around a little bit.
That's when I fool around. That's when I'm adding, maybe a tag here or there. Sometimes it's a brand new joke. Sometimes it's just, like we're doing 5 new things. Let's see if I even like saying them out loud. And so sometimes it feels like cramming for a homework. Like the test is just or like the assignment is due in 20 minutes. And, sometimes you look around, all the comedians have got their notebooks and they're just going after it. Adding a few things, but I'm one of those. And so there's benefit in that too. There's benefit in, hey, the deadline is in 20 minutes. Get your stuff together and get out there and talk, Yeah. So I think there's benefits in that. This is a big one. This is, I think, a big thing that will definitely help you early in your career. Go out to open mics, say hi to people, and then go back to that same mic or go back to, see those, you're going to see those people again and again and again. Keep saying hi. Yeah. Right. Because there's something that happens to me that I hate. And that is, I'm very recognizable. And so people will come up to me who think that they're comics. I don't know their name. Yeah. They've probably introduced themselves to me. I might have seen them on stage, but to be honest with you, at an open mic, I'm not really paying attention to the comics. Yeah. And it's like, I don't really know you, dude.
That's how we met.
That's how we met.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Uh-uh.
So I'll tell you. I thought I told you this.
I don't know.
So I hadn't been doing it. I've been doing it maybe 6 months or so, and I'd seen you out a few times. Yeah. I was like, I saw that you knew what you were doing on stage, funny, had jokes, and we were at Louisville Comedy Club, and I was like popping in, trying to get a lucky bucket spot. I wasn't really I wasn't a regular or anything there. I wasn't there all the time. And you were at your table writing in your notebook. Yeah. You had your tripod set up and you were just like head down in the notebook. And I just was like, I'm going to introduce myself. Yeah. And I just went over. I was like, hey, what's up, man? My name's Ben. And you were like, oh, hey. And then just like shook my hand. I was like, and then just looked right back here. I was like,
back to my homework.
Cool. Yeah. But I was like, yeah, that's cool, man. But that's an important part of it. Is like being around.
You're really generic looking. Like there's a few guys. It's like, okay, you paint a mustache on a thumb. That's you.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty. Look, in the Louisville comedy scene, there's like 5 or 6 people named Ben. Yes. And there's at least 4 or 5 bald white dudes. Yes. Yeah. So that's fun. I am very much.
So it takes a minute. It takes a minute to differentiate. And you honestly don't listen. Like there's a guy, Joe Murphy, who I think is fun. I like the guy. He's got great stage presence. Big Joe. And I've only seen him at open mics, and I'm only like halfway paying attention, even if I've got other things to do, and I'm doing my homework, Yeah. And so, but then I saw him at a show recently. I'm like, oh, look at this guy, and I went up after him, like, hey, I was impressed. He did good. Yeah. I would give him a couple of tips here and there, but if he asked,
he's good. He's working. He's working.
He's definitely working, and I like that he's working.
Yeah, I like Joe.
And he's a good dude too. But it was one of those like, oh, you see a guy in a completely different context. And that's one of those things you have to also remember. When I was coming up in Denver, all the guys that I went to open mics with were, that graduating class right ahead of me. I'm a freshman, they're a sophomore or whatever it is. And they're starting to do showcases here and there. Yeah. But I see them at open mics. And then if I ever see him at a showcase, they're like, oh, he's way better than he's at the open. Well, yeah, he's working on new stuff at the open mic. Yeah. which would be another great tip. Are we numbering these? Is this number 3?
I don't know. We're just
Okay.
talking.
All right, whatever.
Just talking.
Number 3, the third best tip would be go to shows.
That's one I wrote down too.
Yeah. Go to comedy shows. Not only open mics. Like if you are on the fence about going to an open mic or performing at an open mic, go to one. I was on the fence.
Okay.
I was 2 years into improv, very confident in one sense being on stage, a little intimidated by the whole Denver comedy scene and everything. I go to an open mic and I just see how absolute terrible some of the guys are. Not all. There's some good guys that go to open mics, but there are some absolute turds.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about their material. I'm talking about like them as people. Like they're just really bad people.
Getting
you know what
mean.
I'm talking about?
Just getting mean. Drop some names, Jake. Put some names out there. No, don't do that.
They're all men, Mike.
Yeah.
And there's some guys who are just not good at comedy, and they're open micers. I mean, there's a certain beast in the comedy world which is just an open micer. They just keep doing the open mics. They're never going to get booked because they're not trying.
Yeah. Probably just in it for the hang.
They're in it for the hang. They're in it for an excuse to drink on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
They're in it for
the social conversation outside, like when they're at work, like, oh yeah, I do comedy, I do stand up. Come see me at whatever.
Yeah, they probably think they should get booked more often, but there's some delusion going on there.
I know I'm sure you've had this. This was it's been a while back. But it was when I started to get booked on a few showcases here and there around town, and this dude came up to me who I'd only seen at a couple open mics, and they weren't going well for him. Like he just I don't know what was going on. But he came up to me and he was like, how do I get booked? How do I get my face on these flyers like you got? And I was like, you got nothing up there right now. You got to have at least something.
Yeah,
I was like, you can't even string together a couple sentences.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's absolutely, and so I've got some thoughts on that, and very similar idea is a guy contacted me through Facebook Messenger, which it's weird. Here's some inside baseball. A lot of comedy happens on Facebook and specifically Facebook Messenger. You would not think that that's a thing, but it really is a thing that we use all the time.
Yeah. Like group chats, if you're booked on something, everybody's in the same group message. Yeah.
I've gotten every time I have my phone set up where if I get a Facebook message, it buzzes.
An alert, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, easily 60-70% of the time that's do you want to do a show?
Yeah.
So it's like that's how it works when people don't have your phone numbers nowadays. They have your Facebook and that's how it works. Anyway, but a guy contacted me off Facebook Messenger, and he's like, "Hey, you're on the Bash, which is one of these listing services. You're on the Bash. Do you think I should go on the Bash?" And I was like, it's up to you. Here's my thoughts on it. So I gave him my honest thoughts. I'm like, I feel like it's kind of overpriced, and you get a lot of leads, and those leads are really not serious buyers, and so they don't end up booking anybody.
Right.
And so. It's what it is. I've just got booked on the Bash recently. I was like, okay, well maybe I'll change my tune. Change my tune a little bit. But that's what I told him. And then I looked him up because I'm like, I don't know this guy.
Sure.
I have no idea who he is. He's got a 5-minute clip on YouTube, and I'm watching the 5-minute clip. Watch the whole thing. There is literally 2 laughs, and both of them were from an audience member saying something.
Okay.
5 minutes, we got 2 laughs.
Yeah, that's
and so that's bombing. If you didn't know, that's what bombing is. And not only that, is the funniest person in the room was not the guy on the stage.
Some dude.
It was some dude in the audience who,
yeah,
had a good zinger. You know? And so that brings me to, I think, a very important aspect of stand-up comedy, which would be evaluation of your material, evaluation of how you're doing, that sort of thing.
Yeah, take an honest look.
Yeah.
I wrote down something similar where eventually if you're like practicing and working on it, you'll get to a point where on stage your brain is no longer focused on like your material,
Yep.
and it frees up a lot of that brain power to be more present
Yeah.
on the stage and like
Yep.
in the room, and then you can actually sort of like,
Yep.
how are they reacting
Yeah.
to this thing?
Yeah.
But there could be a significant period of time between your first time doing it and then when you have some material down that you don't need to think about.
Yes.
And during that time period, you need to record yourself.
Yep.
You need to watch. You need
Yep.
to listen.
Yep.
And you go laugh here, laugh here.
Yep.
Because like your job is laughs. Your job isn't
laughs.
groans.
That's
it's not
good.
applause. It's laughs. And it's
Yep.
like, are you getting the laughs?
Yep.
Where are you getting the laughs?
Yep.
That's yeah, you gotta take a look. I mean, maybe there's people out there that can do it without that kind of thing, but that's how I mean, I still watch myself. It can be tough, but it's like,
Yeah.
it just gets you thinking about your material.
Yeah. It gets you thinking about what is good. What does it mean to be good on stage? I think a lot of comics don't know.
Yeah,
it
and
doesn't
that
look
goes
like
back
they know.
It goes back to what you said. Go watch comedy.
Yeah.
Go watch a pro.
Go watch a pro.
If you're hanging around and
Yeah.
you're showing up at mics and you're at a club,
Yeah.
most clubs I've ever been to, which is, I mean, it's a few, they let comics watch for free.
Oh, sure.
If they have space in
If
the
they have
showroom,
space.
and you're like, I'm a comic, they're
Sometimes
like,
even
come
if
on
they don't
in.
have space.
Yeah, they'll let you stand in the back.
Stand in the back.
And that's
Yeah.
you can go there and watch comedy. And I would encourage people to watch comedy that you wouldn't think you would like.
Yeah.
People that are outside, if you know who they are and you're just like, ugh, go watch.
Yeah.
Just go see how they are on
See what it
stage.
is.
They might surprise you. They might
Yeah.
impress you. And then you might see a one-nighter
Mm-hmm.
on a random Thursday night and just get blown away.
Yeah.
By somebody you've never heard of. And then you're like, oh man, that's how
Yeah.
you do it right there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it helps.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, seeing the comics, and the thing is I have done it many times. I've gone to many shows where I've not been booked and just watched.
Yeah.
I tell you this, I'm usually the only comic that's there like that. And you know, there's, even though all of the other comics know that they can go for free.
Yeah.
I rarely see more than just me. I'm not sure if I can remember a time where I've seen it was more than just me.
Yeah.
Because comics are lazy and it's ridiculous. It's you want to get good at this. You're able to go to the comedy club for free.
You're getting like a free education, and
Yeah.
not only like the comedy, like the stage performance of it,
Yeah.
because you watch some absolute just monsters that are so good at
Yep.
at what they do, but also you get to just look around and
Yeah.
see how a comedy club runs
Yeah.
as a business. You
Yeah.
know, they have to sell, not all of them, but they got to sell food.
Yep.
Drinks are a big
Yep.
thing. That's how they make a lot of their money. You get
Yep.
to see the kind of like people that come to see shows. You just get an idea for the business, for the feel
Yeah.
of like being
But
in a club.
you know, there's a good chance the host is near your level. You know,
Yeah.
good to meet those people. Comedy's a very small world.
It is. There's a lot of comics, but you run into each other
Yeah.
when you start
Oh my goodness,
traveling around a little bit.
all the time. I've run into comics in different parts of the country, and oh yeah, we work together here, we work together there. I did a show in Fort Wayne recently, and you know, the other two guys, I didn't know off the top of my head, I didn't recognize their names, but both of those guys I had worked with before.
Yeah.
It just it's small, but
Yeah.
you know, so getting to know meeting the hosts, the feature, the headliners, sometimes they don't like to talk to you as much.
And
But
don't press it either.
don't press it.
Don't
No.
bug. Don't try to bug that.
Don't be asking them stupid questions.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, how do I write comedy? Don't do that. You know, whatever.
But usually the MC's around.
the MCs
because
around, yeah,
they're in the first however many years of their
Yeah.
comedy career, and now
Yeah.
they're like getting some opportunities and they're doing some things. They're around. They'll talk to you.
and the feature will talk to you.
Usually,
And
yeah, they'll be around.
And you know, they'll you know, and you can just you know, talk to them a little bit, just chat them up, whatever.
Yeah.
But the going to the shows is a big deal. But I think the biggest deal of evaluating what is good comedy, because I think some bad comedians think that good comedy is pushing some sort of message, or I'm not even sure what they think they're trying. I'm not sure what they're going for. There's times when these are people that have been doing it for years. Like I've been doing it 7 years, and there are people that have been doing it 15, 20 years. So like significantly longer than me, but they don't get booked at all.
Sure.
And they're on stage. I'm like, I'm not sure what he's even going for.
Yeah.
What is the point?
It goes back to people want jokes, and also I feel like it's easy. Comics are people. It's easy to get like, if you're like doing something from a very one-sided perspective, and you're sort of like rah kind of thing on stage. I mean, there are people that they feel how they feel, and that just is their way, I think, probably of putting their feelings or their need for validation before the jokes.
Yes.
Because like if you're,
so
I
you're
feel like
saying
that's easy to
you're
do.
saying they're selfish.
I just think they don't know.
I think comedy is in some ways very, very selfish.
It is very selfish. Yeah.
And I think
I feel selfish
when I'm on stage. I would 100% agree. If everyone stops talking, I'm the only one that talks.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a great night. That's what I believe. That's what every comic believes when they're on stage. Nobody else talks. I'm the only one that talks. There's not 2 microphones in this room. It's just one. It's mine. And there's some arrogance, almost a pride to that. But at the same time, I am going to try to make you laugh that whole time. I'm really trying to give you a great night. Yeah. And so there's some unselfishness at the same time. There's a whole
it's an exchange.
It's an exchange, but I'm really, really trying. I want you to walk away saying that was a great night. I want you to walk away saying that was because I was the only one that talked. Right. So that's part of the reason is if I thought it worked better to have people talk, which crowd work we can talk about that. But okay, so I still haven't quite gotten to my point with the evaluation idea. So we're still on point number 3.
No, let's move on.
Okay.
You've said enough.
I have said way too much. What the comedians sometimes, I don't know what they're going for, and I think they should be going for, very simply, laughs per minute.
That's a key metric because it's like that means if you're focused on the number of laughs per minute, then that means you're focused on laughs.
You're focused on laughs.
You're just that's what you're thinking about. And if you're looking back, laughs can come if you're rewatching your tape and I like watch mine. You'll see that, hey, I got a laugh on a setup, or I got a laugh on a thing that was not the laugh line. It was not the punch line of whatever I was doing. Yep. And that's like, oh, maybe there's something in that one part. It's like I moved around a certain way, or I did something or acted a certain way. And it can open up doors in your own material that you weren't thinking about. So it's focusing on the laugh. There's a lot of comics that I love, or I've like put out stand-up content that I love, where they have like a certain viewpoint. If we're like talking political leaning, they may have a viewpoint one way or the other, but they are in service to the joke every time. Like the joke comes first. No matter how crazy it is. And that's what, like, as a consumer, I'm like, put the joke. Put the jokes in there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not here to like.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
And the thing is I would want to talk to a comedian, like, why am I not getting booked more? If I could say to them, what are your laughs per minute? Now, there's no way that they would ever know, right? Because comedians don't think
somebody
like that.
Somebody who is wondering why they don't get booked is probably
never going to do it.
Looking at their like laughs and stuff.
But it's very simple. You have a recording, you count the laughs, you divide if you need to. I mean, it is literally like that. And what you're shooting for is about 5. 5 is crushing.
5's good.
5 is huge.
That's hot. Yeah.
4 is good, but there are guys that we know 1 and sometimes 0. between 0 and
Yeah,
1.
yeah.
And
then you can start like grading the laughs. You're like little laugh, big laugh, sort of, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just paying attention. Paying attention to that stuff is a good tip. I was thinking it's important. Is being around. You mentioned it, like going to the mics, just hanging around. And that goes back to your why. Like, are you doing it because you like it and you just feel like you need to, and you're like wanting to do it?
Yeah.
Maybe not as a standalone profession.
Yeah.
But like, if you want to like be serious about it, it's like, well, all the people you're gonna meet, all the other comics, they're your coworkers in a way.
Yeah.
And all those coworkers are at different levels. They have different styles. They have different takes on things. But you're around each other all the time.
All the time.
Just hang out.
Yeah. And comics book, that's something else is, if you're, first of all, I mean.
You get a lot of opportunities just from being in the room. And they're like, hey, I got a thing on Saturday. You think you can come out?
But we're talking, if we're talking at the absolute first, out of the gate, we're probably not talking about this particular thing. So if you're less than a month in, then just keep doing mics. Just get a bunch of them under your belt. I mean, you should be doing, if you're into it, you should be doing what? At least 2 a week?
It's going to depend on where you're at. In Louisville, where we're at, there is usually between 2 to sometimes 5 opportunities a week.
Yep.
And that's going to have you running around town a little bit.
Yep.
You're going to be in different rooms. Mm-hmm. Some of them are not going to have anybody but other comics.
Yep.
But you can do it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, those other scenes, the Nashville scenes, of course, New York, LA, but even Denver, some other, bigger city scenes, you can do a lot.
There's a lot,
I started in Denver. There was days where I could do 3 in one day.
Grab my water.
It was pretty common for me to do probably 25 a month. I mean, I'm hitting it hard.
Yep.
And that's one of those things where it's totally fine. I mean, there's this adage that is an adage for a reason. Don't compare your beginning with someone else's middle or somebody else's end or anything like that. But at the same, when it comes to comedy, we count comedy the wrong way. We've talked about this too.
Because it's not an accurate metric.
We have to. I mean, it's just for the way of shorthand, the way people's minds work. We have to talk about it with like how long you've been doing comedy, 7 years, whatever. That's how you say it.
Yeah, and with it's pretty accurate most of the time.
Yeah,
it's going to be pretty. It's going to tell you kind of like what.
It's going to tell you something.
It's going to tell you. It also depends, like if you've seen them on stage and you're like, how long you been doing it? And then you're like, oh, that's either a long time or not a long time for the level.
Yep.
Or you haven't seen them yet and they're like, I've been doing it 10 years. And then you watch them on like a paid like showcase or whatever. And you're like, man, you should be maybe doing a little better. But again, it's all.
Yeah. But the better metric that is impossible to do would be how many times have you done it?
Yeah.
Which nobody knows. So I mean, I'm not being pedantic. I'm not going to push that as like that's all what we should be talking. No, but that would be a better metric.
Yeah, because not everybody keeps track of it, and time passes the same way for all of us.
Yes.
So like it's the same, but in your first year, there's going to be a big difference between somebody who does it once a month, once a week. 5 times a week. You're talking, dozens and dozens of reps of difference, which is a huge difference.
Huge difference. No, I was just looking at my spreadsheet from 2019. So that's when I started. I started in 2019, and because I was looking to see what was the absolute first joke I told at the Caravan.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2019, I came down for, they called it the Tim Northern Comedy Festival.
Yeah. And if you look up comedy festivals in Louisville or in Kentucky or whatever, I'm pretty sure that still pops up as a result. It's like, oh.
And Craig was running it, but of course I'd never met Craig. And I came down, did a little set at the Caravan. I think the show started at 11:30. so it was not a good show.
PM, right?
PM.
I assume at night. Yeah.
At night, and so I was exhausted, and it just didn't go right. But I looked at my very first show. What my first joke was on the Caravan. I also looked. Okay, I was 6 months into comedy at that time, and it was my 105th time doing comedy.
Yeah.
So I was like,
and it's a lot.
That's, after 6 months, 100 times. I mean, some guys are going to take, if they do it twice a month, right? Then they're doing 24 times in a year.
Yeah.
So 100 times would take them 4 years.
Yeah.
That's twice a month, 4 years.
Yeah.
So my 6 months is comparable to some guys' 4 years. And that's twice a month is not an unreasonable amount of time and still say yourself
Depending
a
on your
comedian.
city, yeah.
So it's one of those things, like, how do you expect to be good at something without doing it?
I've heard other comics talk about it on podcasts. Like Mark Norman has said it. It's like you only get 5 minutes to practice at a time, or however long your stage. It's like, and he compared it to learning how to play guitar. He's like, what if somebody gave you a guitar and you only had it for 5 minutes at a time?
Yeah, it's
going to take you a long time to get good at it. So you need to do as many of those 5-minute practice sessions as you can to get better. It's just like with anything. It's like,
just like with anything.
You gotta do it to get better at it. You gotta suck at it before you can get good at it. And I don't know. Maybe there's some prodigies out there that just like are good right off.
Yeah,
it wasn't me for sure. And it's just you gotta go.
It's hard.
Why am I doing this? Maybe, but it's very fun. It's good stuff. So what made you start? I know you started doing improv.
I started improv,
and you went to an open mic, and you were like, I could do this.
I went to open mic. I said I could do this, but I was doing a sketch show.
Okay.
And it was this holiday themed sketch show. I also did a summer sketch show. So I did 2 sketch shows in the Denver area. Both of them, I was a writer and a performer on it. In the summer one, I think I only got 1 or 2 sketches on the stage. And so it's like a bunch of improvisers coming together, writing sketches. They hired me. They don't pay you a dime. They got me just to do as an actor, just to be on the stage to act out the scenes. But I was like, oh, we're doing sketches? Let me write one. And so I was able to get one over the summer. And then in the winter one, I wrote 3 or 4. I have to go back, but I know I wrote the first sketch, the end of the first act, like the big sketch at the end of the first act, and the finale. So the first, middle, the before the intermission, and the last. So basically those are the 3 hardest sketches. Those are the 3 funniest sketches. That's where you put your best sketches.
And these are comedy. These are all comedy, right?
Yeah. And I wrote all 3 of them basically by myself. Like, well, now I guess I like writing comedy, because improv, you don't write anything ever. It's just you go on stage and you're like, let's do it. Oh, I guess I like writing this.
So you had built up at least some evidence that you could write comedy and perform comedy.
Yeah. That's an interesting thing, because I did improv for so long. I was able to kill on stage, absolutely kill. Full house, huge laugh, applause break, shaking the walls kind of laugh.
Yeah, well, you fell on that lady that one time.
Yeah. So, huge,
literally
amazing,
killed her.
I mean, the kind of laugh that you still think about. I mean, it's been 9 years. I still know exactly.
Chasing that one.
Yeah. Huge laugh. I was able to do that before I ever did comedy, ever did stand up.
Yeah.
I was able to kill on stage before, which is like some comedians. I mean, they haven't even experienced that, and they're a couple of years in.
Yeah.
And it was just something happened. A nice little serendipity.
That's nice.
But in that sketch show, in that holiday sketch show, I had to be on stage by myself for about 4 or 5 minutes while a guy did a pretty intense costume change. And so it was just like, Jake, go out there by yourself.
Fill time.
And I'm like, that was my favorite part of the sketch. That was my favorite part of the show. That was it. It was me being myself on stage by myself. Well, then I'm like, well, why do I need you guys?
Yeah. There's something beautiful about the independence of like stand-up comedy. It's just you're the captain of your own ship.
Yeah.
You're gonna like go down with it, or you're gonna like have a great one.
Yeah, and when you're working with other improvisers, you're like, hey, we should get together and rehearse. Okay, well, I can't do this day or that day, and I can't do this.
Yeah.
You're juggling schedules and different levels of like committedness, and you know, if you're just yourself.
Like, I could sit here and write my weird thoughts down and like put them into jokes. I could do that by myself any day of the week.
Yeah, and you try to convince another person to go with you to, 10 open mics a week. Like you can't, right?
Yeah.
Nobody has that much flexibility in their schedule, but you could do it on your own. But here's a little spicy piece. With regards to this. So I was still Mr. Improv. After the sketch show, I'm like, I'm still Mr. Improv. I auditioned for a show that I should have got on. It was this Whose Line Is It Anyway style short form show. And the guy who owns the theater, who I've worked for now, and he's selling tickets.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a dime of any of it. We did 18 shows. I got zero money. He got quite a bit. Audition, I do great in the audition. And basically he comes back to me. He's like, hey, he sent me a personalized, rejection letter. And it was like, hey, basically you haven't taken all of the improv classes that our theater offers. Like, dude. I've taken 3. I've taken 3, and then I took a couple of special ones. They go up to level 5, so I've taken levels 1 through 3. I was already planning on taking level 4, and then he says, "Oh, because you haven't finished level 4 and 5, we can't let you on this thing." And I'm like,
"That's duty."
All right, well, maybe I don't need you.
Yeah.
That theater's closed. It's been closed for years.
Yeah, there you go. That's another like. There's got to be something in maybe every comic, but like there is a level of rejection or like getting looked over or like whatever that you're just like, all right, well, I'm all right. And it could take forms. It could take all kinds of different forms, but that's we were talking about Anthony Jeselnik earlier. Yep. He has a similar story that I've heard him tell, where he was taking like a comedy class or like an improv class, and he was like killing in the class being himself.
Yep.
And I think the teacher like gave him like a D, or like just like was like trying to change the way he was funny. And he's like, he like came to the realization, he's like, I know I'm funny.
Yeah. I'm
making people laugh. I don't need you. I don't need to like change anything about it. And there's something to that for sure. You're just like you get slighted in some way, even if it's made up. I'll make up slights where you're just like, did he really? I don't know.
Even if it's totally like, justified.
Yeah. Oh, totally. It's just like, yeah, I know that sucked, but you shouldn't have told me it sucked. Now I'm mad, or it just it'll drive you. You'll get
you mentioned something just now that I think I would say to beginning comedians, which would be to take a class. A lot of comics wouldn't say that. A lot of comics would say, you're either funny or you're not. You can't teach it. I'm like, no. I think learning some structure.
There's certain things that can be learned, and I think a class could accelerate. I haven't taken a class, because I'm just amazing. But no, just like I haven't taken any sort of class, but it would have helped me for sure on a lot of particular, just like
can accelerate your growth process. Also, again, it's one of those things that signals to yourself, I'm serious about this. I'm going to plunk down $200 because I want to get better at this craft.
If anything, it puts you in another room with people that are like-minded.
Yep.
That'll go to open mics with you.
That'll go to open mics with you. You'll be able to get up several times. You'll be able to get honest feedback on your stuff. Like I could make a lot of comedians a lot better and more bookable, and that means I could make them money, right? If I gave them honest feedback on their material.
Yeah, we're sensitive though.
They're too sensitive.
We're sensitive. We're a sensitive breed.
If they don't ask me for feedback on their material, I will not give it.
I try to stay away
Yeah.
from unsolicited
Yep.
advice because I don't like when I get it.
Yep. So
I don't like when I get it, especially from somebody that I perceive as not
Yep.
doing good. I'm like, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
And it's but if it's your friends or like
Yep.
somebody you respect, I do want to hear.
Yep.
And I love feedback that's just like you know, like I don't want to be like I try to have a realistic
Yeah.
perspective on like where I am in comedy.
Mhm.
It's like I don't even think I'm like really good yet.
Yeah.
I have some stuff and I can like probably move through a few rooms and that's fine. But I'm a comedy baby.
Mm.
Like I'm very young in comedy.
Yeah.
So I never want to be like moving around like I'm just like I don't know. So because some people can get like that.
Yeah.
They're just like yeah, I'm fucking crushing it, dude.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. It's
Now we have to
I like it.
be, mature audiences only.
Oh, I did. I've been so good.
You've been good. I've been noticing you've been good.
I have been so good watching my potty mouth, and I just let one slip. But look, I think like YouTube algorithm wise, like
Yeah, you're
if
good.
you're past the 5-minute mark, I
Yeah.
think there's something to it.
There's something to it.
We are in a church. I do feel I've
Yeah.
been like trying to really keep it clean because we're like sitting in a church. Yeah. For those watching, Jake is a clean comedian. I usually work pretty clean, but I mean I don't know. I can have a filthy mouth.
And that's
sometimes.
that's a beast. It's an important piece that I think comedians should start clean. You can go dirty, but they should start clean.
Have an eye for just have
Yeah.
try to get a little bit of
Yeah.
clean material together that
Yeah.
you can do.
I would say an entire set, and like then you can make a clean set dirty, but I've seen guys try to make a dirty set clean, and it's like, well, hey, I didn't say naughty words, but yeah, but you're talking about getting
It's the content.
It's the content. You're talking about waking up in a
It's the
gutter
subject.
because of this and that. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Drugs,
it's just
sex.
there's so much, and the thing is, that's the point. That's the point with clean comedy, is there's so much in this world that's fun and interesting. You don't, if you're the dirty comedian, you're just talking about the same stuff.
Yeah.
And so even if it's even if nobody like I could care less about dirty or clean as far as like listening or watching. But I do get annoyed with everybody just using the exact same premises, and everybody we're just
Sure,
going to
sure.
talk about dating apps and vapes, and that's it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's funny that you're like trying to list dirty topics, but you're still trying to be clean,
Yeah,
clean
yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
It's I mean, and again, this is not like if you're a headliner selling
Sure.
tickets,
This
it doesn't
apply.
matter. It doesn't. Yeah. But it just like if you're just starting out, and you have some dirty stuff. Plenty of dirty stuff. The nipple ring thing, that's not clean, but it's like. Eventually I kind of just like your material my material mirrors my daily life in a lot of ways. Not every comic is that way, but I've gotten to a point where like I don't live a life that is conducive to like sexual material or drugs or whatever.
Well,
and it's fine.
That's because you're a virgin.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Kids are adopted. I am chaste. I am in the house of the Lord. I am chaste. But it's an easy avenue to go down to because a lot of comedy, hinges on the surprise, and it's easy to confuse surprise and shock. And if you just have the shock, if you're just saying the shocking thing without like a clever twist or an irony, if it's just like gross for no reason or polarizing or offensive, it's just like have some clean stuff because on a business level, on a practical level, if you want to work and you want to get booked, you may be in a situation where you're at a club and you're hanging out and they're like, the host just dropped. You're here. Can you do 10 minutes? But we need you to be clean because the headliner's clean and you have to be clean. It's like, you should be able to say yes. You're limiting your opportunities by not having
You're
it.
definitely limiting your opportunities. I tell you this, I have done dirty shows. I have done shows that are like marketed as this is the dirty show.
R-rated shows.
R-rated filth shows, and I've still been clean. Because I can do that.
Because you can do it going that way.
You can do
it. You can't do a clean show going the other way.
Exactly. If it's a clean show and you come in with your R-rated stuff, they'll cut your mic.
They'll be mad. Because chances are the club has marketed this as clean. And people have come out and brought their Nana. They're ready for some Jeff Foxworthy type, like whatever.
The first show I ever booked was at it's now called Rise Comedy Playhouse, but it used to be called Voodoo Comedy Playhouse in Denver. And I did a clean show on Tuesdays. 5 of the 6 comedians, very clean. The 6th comedian, very dirty.
Was he at the end?
No, it was a woman. But yeah, she was last and did all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I looked back at my messages. I said specifically clean. I know that I said clean. The name of the show is Fresh and Clean. I'm saying it from stage, So
this was your show.
This was my show that I was producing. It's the only time it's ever happened to me, by the way. Only time I've ever produced a show that's a clean show and someone was dirty, was my first one. And I was supposed to give her like 5. I think everybody got 6 minutes. It's a showcase. It's just like a quick hitter thing. Yeah. And I think right at 6, I think I gave her all 6 minutes, but she was kept going, and I barked her off stage.
Like, that's it.
We're done. I'm like, hey, that's the show, real loud. She apologized profusely afterwards, and I was like, it's fine, but it also wasn't that funny.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Because
was it working?
That's what will happen is if the audience wants clean, is ready for clean, and has gotten clean a little bit, and then get some dirty, they are like, oh, why are we doing this? It doesn't make it funnier. It makes it worse. But
that's
one more quick. Okay, keep going.
Well, I was gonna just shout out a lot of comedy clubs now are hosting clean open mics or clean showcases of some kind, and we've watched it in real time how somebody just I think all it takes is a little effort. I'm just like, just put a little effort in, and I'm just like, why are you up there doing this? It's like the club marketed this as clean, so there's people here expecting clean, and if you can't even be bothered to clean it up
for 4 minutes,
it's like, it's not, I don't know. We could talk a lot about that.
No, I totally. And I mean, the saying "clean is green" is true. True. I mean, I got booked for something today. It's a middle of the day thing, $250, where I'm not going to be doing anything else anyway. Mm-hmm. I'm the only guy in Louisville that they would have called. Like, that's it. The numbers begin and end with me, because that's who I am.
You're strictly clean.
I'm strictly
and you
clean.
Market yourself as clean.
And I will not be dirty even if you want me to.
Yeah.
Refuse. And that's the thing. I have it on my website, Louisville's Clean Comedian, and I mean it. I'm not not one of. I'm the. I
think you are.
So it's what it is. But the one thing I was kind of circling back to the class. I think take a class. I'm for taking a class. I think that's the way that humans learn for a reason. If you want to get good at something, you take a class. You want to get guitar, take a class. You get a tutor. There are comedy tutors. I actually tutor some people, 2 guys. I'm not sure if I'm taking any students, so don't contact me.
Yeah, reach out to Jake.
No. I don't want it anymore.
Big Jake Hovis on Instagram. Hit him up.
A comedy tutor, I go through a guy's material and I'm like, this is fun. Here you go. Here you go. Cut that out. Cut this out. Let's do this. Move this over here. Here's a joke that fits here. And you're like, that dude just, instead of doing the open mic process, he's an older guy, he's doing this other process and getting just as funny. And then he shows me. But I would say also read books. That's my advice.
Comedy books?
Read
or just
comedy
any
books. Well, I mean, any books would be nice. But I would say comedy books. There's a lot of comedy books out there. I've read probably a dozen of them.
Mm-hmm.
They say a lot of similar things. Some of them have different writing techniques or whatever. It's worth it, man.
It's worth it. It's as far as a class and even I guess a book, it'll give you something at least to focus on.
Yeah.
You might because you'll just get an outside perspective looking at your stuff and being like, this is all assuming that whoever is teaching the class is experienced in some way and is just like, from my experience, maybe this is like a funny premise. Yeah. Focus on like making this better, cut this, whatever. But it just makes you look at your stuff.
Yeah, and you're taking the person's opinion, and that's fine. You can run it through you as an adult. You can run it through your own filter. Be like, okay, I think this is right. I think that's wrong, or I like this, but let me modify it a little bit.
Yeah,
all of that totally. But there's something too, man. There's something to it.
Yeah, like I said, you're in a room with other people that will go to open mics with you.
Yeah, and
it's you're just like, we're in this class together, we're trying to learn the same thing. I haven't taken a class at this point. I wonder. I would take a class. I just don't. I wouldn't even know. I took an acting class with Keith McGill a couple years ago. And so I don't know. I don't know if it helped stand up at all.
Sure.
But it's like it is a performance art of some kind. Yeah. So I did take an acting class.
I think classes, I think books. I think there are a lot of podcasts. There's a lot of videos
consume comedy. You got to consume. You got to look it out. Dusty Slay has a great podcast series on exactly what we're talking about here, and he's gonna cover the same kinds of topics in probably episode 1 about starting.
Yeah, getting some reps in.
Yeah, it's just like get out there and do it. Yeah, check out Dusty Slay's podcast. I've listened to it a couple times. And he has like episodes for different levels. Mm-hmm. He's like, all right, you're at a feature level. Now what do you do? Like, how do you get booked? How do you start traveling? How do you start working the road? And he's got some real practical tips because he's done it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a good one. You gotta leave?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were getting ready to bounce.
Shifting in my chair, Ben. Golly.
No. Careful. Yeah. Careful.
Yeah.
On that. That's a pretty sturdy chair.
Yeah, I think metal.
Yeah, it's metal chair.
Metal chair. It's made for Baptists.
Yeah.
So
funniest, we did Zany's Nashville last week, so that's about a 3-hour drive, and I drove. You drove. And I crammed Jake into my Toyota Corolla to go down there.
Yeah, I did not like it.
Yeah, Jake is very large, 6'8", and I was like, hey, come on, hop in.
Yeah, and it's fun because there are people will look at my little blue car. It's a Chevy Sonic, and you're like, that's tiny. How do you possibly fit? It's just the way that they configure it inside.
It has a tall cabin. Corolla does not.
You can push back far enough or whatever it is. I drove a Mini Cooper for a couple of years.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, and totally fit. Very nice. Penn Jillette, also 6'8", from the Penn and Teller. He is famous for owning like 5 or 6 Mini Coopers. He was a big Mini Cooper guy. I might still be. But yeah, it's just you find the
They're
cars.
All convertibles.
Well,
just like head sticks out the whole time.
There are different cars that either I get on a forum. I'm like, which ones fit, and those are the ones I buy.
Good for a tall guy. Yeah, it was very fun. Let's gonna open some Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Let's journey together. That's the name of the Pokemon card there. It says journey together.
I'm gonna try. So, part of our job as a comedian is like making content. Yeah. This is my first ever podcast, like doing a podcast, And I'm like, let's open some Pokemon cards because I enjoy it, and also it might make for a good clip.
Might make for a good clip, yeah.
Plus, it's your first time ever.
I've never opened a pack of Pokemon cards. Now, is this Generation 1?
No.
Scarlet and Violet. Who are Scarlet and Violet?
Scarlet and Violet is the latest main series games. They're on the Nintendo Switch. They came out a few years ago.
Fun.
Disaster.
Really?
Of a release. Yeah. They were super buggy. They weren't good like running games.
Yeah.
But like the story, the games were like super fun and great, and I played them with my son and we beat them, and it's super fun.
Yeah.
But this is the trading card era
Gotcha.
from those games.
So is this that means these are like 10 years old?
No. This set came out last year.
Oh, okay.
So like the trading card game is comes out in blocks.
Yeah.
Usually in accordance with like the video games.
Gotcha.
So when Scarlet and Violet came out, the Scarlet and Violet series of cards came out, and there's different sets in the series.
Gotcha.
So this was a set from last year.
Fun. Okay. So any tips?
Let's see.
Oh, this is
kind of.
Oh, you're opening one. Hold on. I mean, this is.
Well, I want no tips. Just open. Let's see.
All right.
I can't demonstrate without actually opening one.
Yeah.
I guess we should like show the camera the pulls. So like when you're like opening.
Okay.
Show them to the I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put the microphone down.
Yeah, dude. Let's do it. I should have probably brought a mic holder or something. Let's see. Journey Together. So the chase card in this set, I think, is Lily's Clee Fairy or Lily's Clee Fable. It's like a couple $100.
Okay. All right. Oh man, that's harder than I expected. I don't want to break anything. Oh my goodness.
This is fun for me.
There we go. All right.
If there was any doubt that you've never opened one of these, that's it. We've established you've never opened. This is your first time.
Like peeling its underwear off.
Yeah, you kind of are. Very delicate the way you did that.
There we go. All right. So that looks like.
So that's a code card. It's for like the online game. It's whatever.
All right, here we go. Do I
turn it over so the cards are facing up. Yeah, because the energy card's going to be in the back, but the rare will be the next one. Yeah, okay. So like you go from the commons to the rare this way.
Okay, here we go. All right. I don't know these.
Just can't even see because they're newer Pokemon.
Remoraid.
There we go.
Cara Blast.
Yeah.
All right.
Kecleon. Yeah.
Kecleon.
A little iguana boy.
Nice.
Torchic. You know that one? It's one of the starters.
Yeah, I think I know. He's like a
fire chicken. Yeah, evolves into Blaziken.
Fire chicken. Okay. Copperajah.
Nice. That's from Sword and Shield games.
Interesting. Right.
Big elephant.
Big elephant guy. Inn's Castle.
There we go. Trainer card.
Okay.
There's a card in this set called Inn's Pee Up, which is pretty nice.
All right.
Oinkologne.
Oinkalone.
Yeah, he's
Oinkalone. I like to Oinkalone. All right. We're having fun.
We're in church, Jake.
All right. Excelgor.
Yeah, I think you said that right.
Excelgor. All right. Here we go. Iris's Fighting Spirit.
Nice. Another trainer.
All right. This one's shiny.
Nice. That's your rare.
Okay, sweet. Iono's.
Kilowattrel. Yeah. Iono's Kilowattrel.
All right. And then I have a basic energy.
Yeah, nice.
Wow, that one's pretty.
Yeah, so no hits, no
hits.
special
special ones.
Hits, but that's like your hollow rare in the back. Every single pack comes with like a rare. Now.
Like one so shiny like that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, they made that.
Yeah.
They made that pretty fancy.
I don't know if this is good content, but we're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it.
That was fun.
That was
interesting.
I got to not pronounce words correctly.
Yeah.
All sorts of things.
All right, I'm gonna open one.
All right, here's Ben's. Yeah. Yeah, he's ripping it open like an animal. Doesn't care about anything anymore. He's just here to gamble.
It is gambling. That's the thing. These are kids. They're like, we're worried about gambling, and they're like, no, the kids can't download the DraftKings app. It's like keeping kids out of gambling. It's like these are little slot machines for kids.
Yes,
that's what this is. You put $5 in. The pack is $5.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if you can find them,
if you can find them.
Oh yeah, dude.
Go
to Target. The shelves are wiped out.
I don't know,
yeah. All right.
I tried to go to Target, but I missed. Just let that sit there for a second.
Yeah. All right. Squovit.
Ooh.
Metang.
Metang.
I've done some Pokemon videos like on Instagram or Shorts or whatever, and people roast the way I say a lot of Pokemon names.
Metang.
Yeah. I guarantee somebody, if they see this, is going to be like, Metang.
Metang.
I say what I say, all right?
Yeah.
Noibat.
Metang is like saying, hey, that's my space drink. Yeah. Metang. All right. I'll try. Rock Rough. Cloth.
Crab Boy.
Yeah.
Levincia. Trainer card. Super Potion. Another trainer card. Audino.
Ooh.
Reverse Hollow. Noibat Reverse Hollow.
Okay. Interesting.
What the rare is.
What's the red is? Okay, here we go. Big money, no whammies. Butterfree. Oh, he's not a fan.
Nothing.
You're not a fan of Butterfree?
Oh, it's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's crap.
Is it really?
Is. Yeah.
Okay. I actually recognize that guy though.
Yeah, Butterfree is one of the original ones.
Yeah. Fun.
No, it's cool. It's the hits. You'll see, like if we open these two and there's something like an illustration rare or special illustration, you'll see what like the
are they just shinier?
They're like full art, shiny, some type like texture on them.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Dude.
Fun.
Yeah. All right. Grab another one.
Okay, want to do it again?
Yeah.
All right. This one has Kangaskhan.
Yeah, Mega Kangaskhan.
Mega Kangaskhan.
Yeah.
This one's got Mega Ivysaur. I'm gonna go Kangaskhan.
All right, let's see.
And because I'm Australian, not really, but just I like boomerangs.
You like to put stuff in your pouch.
Yeah.
There you go. Delicate.
There we go. Nice.
So this is part of the new block, is a Mega Evolution block. So it's like
it's got a little Pikachu.
Mm-hmm. Pikachu code card.
Pikachu. Okay, so we're gonna turn it over. Right?
Yep.
All right.
Let's see what you got. Yep.
Corfish.
Tangela. Tangela, one of the originals. Yeah.
Sandshrew.
Another 151.
Litleo. Sarge's bargain.
Yeah. He's one of the original gym.
Yeah, he was the
gym leaders.
Gym leader number 3.
Yeah, you could skip him and come back to him, but he was there. Sure. Ninetales. Got a lot of original stuff in here. Well, not Spiritomb.
Spiritomb. Is that a Pokemon?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Some of them I know because I do Pokemon Go, but I don't know this guy from Pokemon Go.
I think he's pretty rare.
All right, here we go. This one's shiny.
Oh, Reverse Hollow. Pachirisu.
I don't know this one either.
I'm probably saying that wrong. Somebody let me know.
L-Squirtle Pokemon. All right. Pokemon Center Lady.
Nice.
Nurse Joy.
No, it's different now. Nurse Joy, she's not hanging around at the Pokemon Center anymore.
So is this the big one?
The next one will be the rare. Yeah, it'll be.
Here we go. Big money, no whammies.
Whammy.
Is it a whammy? That looks cool though.
Well, I mean, it's still a cool card. I try to like keep like my the financial aspect out of it, because it's like it is a cool card, but it's like damn.
Fun. It's nice.
All
It's a
right.
pretty one. I can't say it though. It starts with a Y. YV.
Yvettal?
Yvettal.
Yeah, it's from
Sounds Hebrew.
the three might be. It's from the 3DS games Pokemon X and Y is the box legendary.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's see what I got. We're gonna do it like this. C dot.
C dot.
Ralts. Stuffle. This has got to be the worst Pokemon card opening content of all time. Sizzlipede. Garganacl. Mega Signal. Shedinja. That's Magneton's pretty cool. Reverse Hollow Magneton.
Yeah.
Nice. Strange Timepiece. And
Whammy.
Hariyama. Regular Hollow. Well, boo.
Boo. Boo Pokemon.
Well, that was fun. At least you got to open your first ever packs of Pokemon cards.
I'm excited.
I wonder if I'll make that a regular part of this podcast. Like keep it going, open some packs.
Open some packs, yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty fun.
It is, yeah.
Because if you get a hit, that's pretty good content.
I suppose I've never seen somebody get a hit, but
yeah, you hit some crazy stuff. Last year, my son opened. So Prismatic Evolutions is a set that came out last year.
Yeah.
And it's all the evolutions, the highest rarity of cards, and they have what's called God packs, and it's all the evolutions in one pack.
Oh wow.
My son opened it, and they're so rare.
Yeah.
He opened one, and we freaked out. We were screaming in the basement while wife had to come downstairs. She thought one of us got injured. But it was like thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Just for those cards. I mean, they're still extremely expensive, but he opened it right after that set came out, and I was like, look, buddy, let's sell these and put this money in an investment account for you.
Yeah.
And by the time you're my age, you'll be doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Just from this. You know what I mean? And so he agrees. We did sell them, but it was very cool. We took a lot of pictures before I sent them off in the mail, which is very neat. Very neat. Chasing that high ever since. That's the thing.
It, man.
You get that hit, and you're you're a gambler at the slot machine, and you hit the big one, and then you just keep putting.
The worst thing to happen to you if you go to a casino is to win.
Is to win. Yeah. But hey, at least I made some memories. It's like, Ben, why did your comedy career fail? Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards. Yeah.
Now, since last year, since going full time with comedy, so leaving my job, that disposable income for an excessive amount of Pokemon cards is gone.
Yeah.
So I got to keep it. I keep it between the lines.
Got to.
Yeah. Yeah, man. What do you got coming up? Anything cool?
I'm going to Colorado.
That's right.
Doing a little at least three show run. I've got one at a church, one at a brewery, and one, I think two at a brewery. I think Friday and Sunday I'm at a brewery.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice.
Should be a fun little run. I'm trying to get up at Comedy Works that Monday. We'll see if I'm successful.
How does anybody? So you started in Denver. You've been in Comedy Works before. Is anyone you still know? Are they still there that you reach out to?
I know most of the guys, but most of them I know as they're kind of my graduating class. They're guys that I know from back in the day. They're not like buddies. That I still talk to on a regular basis. There's a couple of guys, Mark Masters and Ben Daly. I do talk to at least once a month.
You said Ben Daly. In my mind, I was like, you talked to Ben Bailey, the cash cab dude? You talked to him?
Yeah. So some of the guys I talk to quite a bit. but they all know of me. They're all still friends on Facebook, so we're all connected. That so if they have haven't muted me or whatever, they've seen that I've been doing stuff.
I ran into a guy, met a comic last weekend in Asheville, who he said he was passed at Comedy Works.
Nice.
He lives in Austin now, and he's a golden ticket winner on Kill Tony.
Wow.
Yeah, he very funny dude. He did his name's JJ. I can't remember his last name right now, but funny. He's got
Alexander.
I think it is. Yeah. He's got did the bit of like, this is what I look like with glasses on, glasses off. Very funny dude. He did the Asheville Comedy Fest
at Comedy Works.
Yeah,
I knew about the golden ticket, but
yeah, he said he was a Colorado Springs guy, but he had worked his way up in Denver in that scene before moving to Austin.
Yeah, I think his real name is Jason Alexander, but like
that's pretty.
Yeah,
there's a pretty famous Jason Alexander already.
Yeah, exactly. There's George Costanza. So he went to JJ, but
yeah, he's a cool dude. Having a name, sharing a name with like a famous actor or comedian, that's a tough. It's tough if you're trying to also be in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of guys do stage names, and a lot of guys you'll never know what their real name is, and
it's so dumb.
Yeah.
I'm very anti-stage name.
Really?
I'm pretty anti-stage name.
Oh.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Use your name.
Use your name. Stand behind it.
If my name is Ben.
Yep.
I thought about it at one time. It was like my second or third open mic. I was like, let me use a stage name. Because I had the thought that I think a lot of new comics might have is like, I have a job. I don't want them to find out. But at the last second, it was at the Caravan. We were in the pre-show meeting, and I told Craig, I was like, bring me up as Ben Stewart.
Yeah.
My name was going to be Maddox, which is a nickname that I had in high school from like a group of friends. I was just like, I'll use that.
Yeah.
But at the last second, I was like, nah. Why would I use a stage name? That's dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. I do Big Jake Hovis. Right?
Yeah.
And so I like that for lots of reasons, but also Jake is a fairly common name. Hovis is a pretty uncommon last name, but it's also so uncommon that people have trouble with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started that in at open mics when you're just signing up, because I would just get, some people can't even get Jake right, but some people, Jake Brothers, I'm like,
Hovis.
I have no idea what you're talking about, man. But like Big Jake, okay, then I know who it is. But then my my website got sold out from under me. I had jakehovis.com, and I had it paid. I did everything correctly, but the service provider just like thought it lapsed or whatever and sold it. And so then I had to change my website to Big Jake Comedy now. It's Big Jake Comedy.
Yeah, mine's Ben Stewart Comedy. Somebody has benstewart.com.
Yeah.
Somebody has Ben Stewart on Instagram, and I've reached out to him like, hey, you're not doing anything with this. And he's like, no, I'm going to hold on to it. I'm like, just give me the name, dude. You're not doing anything. Just give me the name. He won't do it. Maybe one day I'll get it out from under him. But he just like, I've reached out to him a couple times. I had to track him down like on LinkedIn and find his email address. And I just emailed him like, hey, I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. There's a Ben Stewart out there just holding on to his Ben Stewart Instagram. I'll probably have to buy it from him. I imagine I'll just have to like give him money for it at some point. But yeah. Well, I think we covered a lot. We got some sirens out here.
Yeah.
We've been talking for like an hour and 20 minutes maybe.
There you go.
Let's call it. If people want to find you, where can they find you?
It's BigJakeComedy.com or at Big Jake Hovis on all of the social stuff.
Socials. There you go. And I am Ben Stewart, BenStewartComedy.com. Ben Stewart Comedy on all the socials. Check us out. Find Jake in Denver coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, thanks for doing this.
For sure. Fun.
Cheers.
Cheers.